When I volunteered for Capillary Food Bank, in less than 3 hours, because we got out early, we processed over 6,000 pounds of food. That equates to over 5,000 meals for people who are hungry and in need. So, welcome fellow St. Edward students. My name is Cielle Finch, and I'm a volunteer for Capital Area Food Bank. I would like to convince you guys to volunteer for the Capital Area Food Bank if possible, or show some amount of support for it, and also just to tell you a little bit about what Capital Area Food Bank is and what they want to do, as well as explain why it's a good thing, why it's so, why it has such an impact, and why it's a very necessary thing for the community, and compare it to not volunteering, explain why volunteering is something that people should do more often. So let's start off talking about Capital Area Food Bank itself. So on your handout, you'll see that I have the mission and the approach, which is what we're going to start off talking about. So Capital Area Food Bank has a number of things that it attempts to do, which are to, of course, number one, share food with those in the Central Texas community, and help their partners that they work with. They have over 300 partners. Help their partners to distribute the food that they need for their communities. They also want to share knowledge about how to do healthy food on a budget, and help people sign up for federal programs like SNAP, which is food stamps, and a number of other ones, and get people able to be a part of those if they are not already. So a lot of people, especially in our generation, or really most generations I guess, don't spend the time to volunteer. And I think it's just because it's not stressed how important it really is. You know, you could watch a few episodes of Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones or, you know, The Hobbit or whatever. You could watch something or mess around on your computer for a bit, or you could work together with a group of people, having a lot of fun doing it, and helping thousands of people get what they need to survive. And until you do it, it's not really something that you think about and you realize that it's as important as it really is. You know, when I went, all I was really doing is slashing boxes, because for Capital Area Food Bank, most of the people are on the conveyor belt sort of thing. They look at the food that is going through to see if it's food safe, you know, is the cans bent or whatever, and either throw it away or send it and then clean off the cans and package it to be shipped out. But then there's people who do specialized jobs, like I was slashing the boxes and putting them down, or some people handle all the banana boxes, which is what most of the stuff is shipped in, and some people handle pallets. So there's a bunch of different things you could do if you wanted to go multiple times, but you didn't want to do the same thing every time. You have some options you can work with. And so all I was really doing for a few hours is, just talking, and had music playing and slashing boxes, and it was really easy, but it was really fun for me at the same time, because I was just, we were all just having a good time doing it. And the woman who was leading the volunteer group at that time was really fun. She was making jokes constantly, messing with everybody who came in late. And so it was really easy to volunteer there, and it was really fast too to sign up to volunteer. If you look at your handout, I say at the very bottom how to volunteer, and I was signed up to volunteer in 2-3 minutes. If you're a really fast typer, you could probably do it in one. You just really make an account, and you don't even have to go to an orientation ahead of time. I was trying to volunteer at like pet shelters and that sort of thing, and I guess they get so many volunteers, they have orientations, and on the Town Lake Animal Shelter, you had to pay for the orientation, and I was like, that's ridiculous. Like, I just want to help you. Like, I help you, But so I decided to volunteer here, and I was amazed. After looking at so many places, you have to basically decide a month in advance that you want to do it. You could just go that week, and you're ready. If you have the inspiration to volunteer, you can just do it whenever you're ready to do it. And you can sign up a whole group of people to do it all at the same time, and it's just really awesome. And you feel so good afterwards. You're like, but bad at the same time, because you realize how much time you've wasted your life. You could have been helping people, but it's, you know, it's good to, it makes you want to do it again because it was so easy, but you're helping out a lot of people. So to conclude, Cavalier Food Bank, basically all they want to do is end hunger in Central Texas, and by having volunteers and donors and their partners, they achieve this by having all those people donate the time and the money and the resources, as well as the government, to help get all the food together and get it packaged. And then they have partners, and they also distribute it, and they also have a mobile food pantry, which they distribute, but most of it actually is taken by their 300 plus partners. And so my hope for the future is just that, not just, but you start with Central Texas or start with a small area and try to end hunger in one place, and then you expand and expand. Once you have that method down, you can keep growing it bigger till, maybe long time from now, there's no hunger in all of the world. Imagine how awesome that would be. But obviously, we start small, start trying to figure out how to do it in Central Texas, and then expand. So that's what I'd really like to do, but obviously that can't be done without volunteers and support. So if you guys could do your best, try and find a time to volunteer. It's really easy, it's really fast, and it's a lot of fun. You're just hanging out and talking to people, doing the same thing. It's really not that bad. And if you don't have the time to volunteer, you can actually donate money, and the Beaumont Foundation and Johnson family will match your donation up to $150,000. So that's really good. Even if you get $10, that becomes $20. That's pretty nice that they do that. So thank you for listening, and are there any questions?